Portraiture, eProducts, auto editing, eTemplates, educational videos for shooting smarter, not harder at thephotochannel.pro. Hey team, it's Coach Crockett here. Guess what? We are at critical mass with our hybrid conversion. The studio is ready. I am ready. My team is ready for hybrid. We want to create profitable eProducts, and we're loading up our website. If you'd like to see how we're taking clients, mostly real estate agents right now, to sell them eCard Pro, how we're moving them into our system, meaning introducing them to this product because they've never seen this eCard Pro thing before, and showing them what's the next steps, how are the best tips in order for you to have a terrific eCard Pro shoot, then go to this URL, hausertown.com/eCard or eCard Pro, whatever's on your screen. That's where you can see the video where we actually put real customers and say, hey, go there, take a look at this. And then it ends with a sign-up sheet, a form, it will if it's not already, or to our contact page so that they're going to call and book in an appointment. We don't want to have to spend time on the phone explaining eCard Pro and those kind of shoots. So I want everything to be on the website and to be video as best we can. Plus, let's be honest, we make really good little chunks of video here, so we might as well use them, right? Okay, hybrid is where it's at. Profitable eProducts is the area of growth. It's my opinion, as well as others, that we're not going to see a big return in print sales, right? Because the world is going electronic. This is a business that used to sell $1 million worth of printed products every year. No longer does. Those print sales are declining. We're bouncing them back up, not with more print sales. Actually, we are. Our print sales are going up. But we're selling e-products, electronic products. How are you going to get into selling e-products? Well, you've got to get comfortable with hybrid. You got to make really smart decisions. So the best part about hanging out with us is that we get to make all the screw-ups and share all the news, the good news with you. Here's what we're finding, that the hybrid heroes and I have discovered that there's what we call a checklist. And the checklist are the skills and the tool sets that you need to be really comfortable with as a photographer in order to be profitable as a hybrid photographer, right? First up, continuous light, number one. You need to be comfy with using continuous light, no matter what it is. LED, CFL, daylight, doesn't matter. Here, we're spoiled. Everything is daylight. We've got daylight main lights here. We've got daylight actually coming through the windows today. It's middle of the day, a wintry day in Chicago. My track lights in the studio are daylight. My light behind me, actually, it's set to tungsten, but that's adjustable between daylight and tungsten. So you'll discover continuous light is really magical, right? Next, it really doesn't matter what camera and lens and light brand you use. It doesn't matter, and I don't care. But you need to be able to shoot hybrid to match photo and video together. So you need to be able to set your camera to shoot in 16:9 aspect ratio still photo, 16:9 video. The exposure and the color of your photo and video need to be able to match, right? If you're going to be shooting black and white, you don't want a flat black and white and a really crazy snappy black and white. It's too distracting. You're going to need to figure that out on your camera, and you will find some cameras make that job very easy and some cameras make that a little, challenging. Number three on the checklist, audio. You have to decide, is in-camera audio good enough? Can I run a wired microphone over? And by the way, this is a directional, right? That's a directional mic. This isn't made to be like a stick mic, even though it's working out okay. This is the one that we use underneath our main light to do our studio stuff. And I'm just grabbing it here, being a goof. Okay, audio is an expensive and difficult and delicate problem, but if you tack it straight on, you're going to do fine with it. Number four on the list, simplify your file processing. You gotta, guys, really. If you're into putting all those filters and all that other stuff on there, you're crazy. All right. Also, if you're following some of these video folks on the web and in classes that want to make you think that color grading your video is part of normal workflow, well, it is for filmmakers, but we're not filmmakers. We're hybrid photographers. We're making short e-products that we can sell for big dollars, right? Well, in order to do that, we don't want any color grading. All right, if you want to do it, that's totally fine, but that's going to slow you way down. Most people use color grading to cover up the fact that they can't shoot video with accurate color and accurate exposure, so they're going to have to patch it up, and they figure if we're going to patch it up, we might as well put some gooey color over the top of it. All right, great. Practice on simplifying your file processing so you can get out of the camera. I know I talk about it and it rubs some people the wrong way. I talk about what our files look like coming straight out of the camera, right? Exactly right, right? This piece of the video that you're looking at right now, I didn't do anything to it other than just edit the text over the top. No exposure compensation, no filtration, no gee-whizzy anything. This is what the video looks like straight out of the camera, right? When you do it the right way, assuming I did it the right way. I don't know. Number 5, there's a big difference between shooting hybrid in a studio and on location. In studio, you've got your control over lighting and sound. Location, different story. Remember, audio is a challenge. If you're talking about shooting on location, you're gonna need multiple layers of audio, right? When I'm shooting on location, I'm using a lavalier and I'm using a directional mic. I usually blend them back in or I choose one or the other. Different story, right? Studio, location, big difference in price as well as equipment and skill sets. Next, pre-processing is not a buzzword. It's extremely important. And I think the difference between a good hybrid photographer and a great hybrid photographer is their ability to pre-process. Here's where the camera stuff comes in. Now listen, I don't care if you use your DSLR, if you use a mirrorless camera, use a point and shoot, use a phone, I don't care. But you will find out that there are more pre-processing options on mirrorless cameras than there are on DSLRs. That's one of the reasons that the hybrid heroes are digging the whole mirrorless thing, because of pre-processing. That allows me to really dial in my file exactly the way I want it in the camera, so that when the camera creates that file, it looks exactly the way I want to and it needs no post-processing. So on our checklist, when you're ready to get serious about making $1 with hybrid photography and eProducts, you use whatever products you want. If you like the myetemplate.pro templates, great. If you don't, that's fine. If you want to edit yourself in Premiere, go right ahead, right? Do whatever you want to. You will find out the myecard.pro delivery system is the cheese, right? And when you want to learn more about hybrid photography, you got our 3 spots that you can connect up, certainly with me, right? First is the photochannel.pro. That's a pay-per-view site. That's going to have at least one new piece every month on it. So if you want to buy the subscription for that, go right ahead. I'll guarantee you're going to love it. There's great hybrid stuff. The best hybrid videos that there are known on the planet are on the photochannel.pro. Next, we have hybridphoto.pro, which is our free vlog post. If you're not a member of that yet, please do, because we're going to start sending out an email with some updates on that. So go to hybridphoto.pro. That's where you can see vlog posts from me as well as the rest of the hybrid heroes in just little bite-sized chunks, which is terrific. Then, if you want to connect with us, you can connect with me on hybridphoto.pro at the Ask Will section. I really do answer those questions. Those are really me. But if you want to get in touch with the rest of us as a group, we have a professionals-only LinkedIn group called Hybrid Photography Using Mirrorless Cameras. And you register at LinkedIn, and then you find that group, and you ask to join. We'll be glad to approve you. Now, it is a professional level group, right? There's no knuckleheads. It's very safe to express your ideas there. Be courteous and be professional. There are no idiots that are mean and rude on that place. If one pops up, we get rid of them right away. So those spots, the photo channel, hybrid photo, and our LinkedIn group are where all of us as a group are exploring this checklist. Right? Everybody's helping each other right now because nobody knows exactly what we're supposed to be doing, right? Number 1, continuous light. You got to be comfy with continuous light because there's no flash that works with video, right? Right. Number 2, you have to be able to shoot hybrid that matches. Your photo and your video need to match. That gives you the skills to make them not match if you want to too, right? Number 3, the toughest one for me at least, audio. Whew, boy, expensive and difficult and painful when you screw it up, tough stuff. Number 4, simplify your file processing. Straight from the camera out to the customer would be great. Wouldn't it be great if you could just, through mental telepathy, you could edit video when it went out? Man, that would be great, wouldn't it? All right. Number 5, be careful and think, are you going to shoot studio or location? There's a huge difference there in the equipment that you need. So be thinking business plan first, right? And then put your tools into that business plan. And number 6, really work on pre-processing. It's going to help you with creativity. It's going to separate you from the rest of the photographers. Now you've got probably a year from the time you're watching this in January of 2014. You've got a year before you're going to have competition with eProducts in your neck of the woods, unless you're in one of the big cities, right? Like Chicago, where I'm creating my own competition. Gotta love that, right? If you are in a large a medium or a small medium, right? A large small city, right? Like Peoria, Illinois, that'd be about the smallest you'd be able to jump in and sell this big time at. Then you need to get going and plant yourself as the first hybrid photographer in that particular spot, because in a year you're going to have competition. So go grab it, right? Excellent. Next, if you're a little shaky on some of the stuff we just talked about in the checklist there, we're going to make some new content on the photo channel from my guy, Robbie D. And it's going to be more basics of hybrid, right? So if you go on the photo channel and you rent the ABCs of LEDs and there's a lot of crazy stuff in there that's a little bit beyond your skill set, that's okay. Don't panic. We're going to come back and we're going to add a layer of basics, right? It's called Hybrid 101 with Robbie D. And he's going to have 5 topics in each one of his 30 to 45 minute programs. I'll be there to help out. We're going to shoot it here in this studio. We're going to stream it out for free when we record it. Then we're going to record it in HD, edit it, and put it on the photo channel where you have to buy it there. So lots of information coming, but plug into our network, really. If you're watching this on YouTube, remember, we don't respond to YouTube comments at all. In fact, I don't even think we allow them. If you want to connect with us, we can't deal with YouTube. There's too many idiots there. Then go over to Hybrid Photo, go to the LinkedIn group, or just spend all your money at the photo channel. Just kidding. If you need something, you know how to get in touch with us, right? Lots of information. Stick together. We'll all grow and prosper at the same time. Crockett here saying out. Portraiture, eProducts, auto editing, eTemplates, educational videos for shooting smarter, not harder at thephotochannel.pro.